Hi, this is Team Brute Force, and this is our application TrackNBA. My name is Raul Subramanian, and our team consists of Jacob Krawczyk, Drayson Clark, and Gonzalo Rodas Guzman, and me as well. Now, I will be talking about why TrackNBA is used and why someone should choose our app. TrackNBA is unique among other applications that are in the similar sports area because it contains so many different features that other applications do not contain in one area. Features include compare teams and players, talk with others via the chat room, add both teams and players to their homepage, which users can track and follow throughout the season, and view their favorite recent game, including any game in the past. Other similar apps do not allow you to do all these things in one area, therefore, users are forced to download multiple different applications just to have all the different features in which is in one spot in our app. And that is why users choose to use TrackNBA. What resources were used in the construction of TrackNBA? All of the code that we have done has been coded on Android Studio Code, and all of our code is stored in Android Studio Code. Now, for our user login information system and any of the data that is stored via personal information, it's all stored in Firebase. Now, we use Firestore for specific users' favorite teams, players that are stored in our Firestore database based on each user's generated unique identifier, as well as chat room information. All of our chat and chat room information is stored in Firestore. Now, the APIs we use in the construction of our app is balldon'tlie.io and rapidapi.com. Now, I will be passing the mic on to my peer, Jacob Krawczyk, who will be demonstrating the beginning process of the app. Thank you.
Hey, my name is Jacob Krawczyk, and I'm going to show you guys the login process for our app. For this specific scenario, I'm going to act like a user who wants to use this app in order to track their favorite players. They have a couple favorite players that they like, and they want to be able to track them specifically. So I'm going to first start off by going to the new user register here page. And I'm just going to go ahead and enter some basic information, a username, an email, say email at yahoo.com. And we'll set our password as well. Oh, we have a error here. It looks like another user has used this email. So we'll set a different email that we got. And now we are logged in and we've successfully created an account. So we have a message here that says, go to the search for team and or the search for player pages to add favorite teams and players to your homepage. So, we're going to want to add our favorite players here instantly for this specific circumstance. And this user is a really big LeBron James fan. So we're going to add LeBron James to our favorites list. And yeah, there's LeBron James. And if we click on him, we can see his information, his season stats, and we can see the last 10 games, how he's done. And I also like Kevin Durant as well, and I'd like to add Kevin Durant to my favorites list. So I'm going to add Kevin Durant here. And while I'm here, I'm also going to add Chris Paul. And now we go back to our homepage and we see we have Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, and LeBron James there. And all these players, we can click on them and we can see all their stats and their recent performances. Same thing with Kevin Durant. And now I just realized I don't really want Chris Paul on my homepage anymore. I don't really like him that much. So I'm going to click on him, looking, and oh, there's a trash can icon up here in the right-hand corner. And I'm going to remove him from my favorites. Now when I go back, he's no longer there. As well as being a LeBron and Kevin Durant fan, I really like the Cleveland Cavaliers. So I'm going to add the Cleveland Cavaliers to my favorites list. And I'm going to add them. And you can see the Cleveland Cavaliers are now on my favorites list. And when I click on them, it will take me to their last 10 games and show me the box scores for those. Now I'm going to hand it off to Dre Clark. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jason Clark. I'm going to be going over the compare teams feature and the compare players feature. So as you see on the home screen, we have Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Cleveland Cavaliers. These are all things that we added using our search feature. Now we're going to go on the navigation menu and go to compare players. So let's say we wanted to look up Kevin Durant and LeBron James. We wanted to compare these two players to see their different stats. So we'll go into the search bar, click on it, type in LeBron James, and as you see, we have an autofill feature. So as you type, it'll make suggestions for different players in the NBA. The second player, Kevin Durant, and we'll hit the compare players button. Let it load for a little bit as it searches the API. And as you see, 59 games played to 51 games played, 28.7 points to 29 points, etc. Rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals. And you can compare each player's stats to another. So let's do a different player. Let's do LaMelo Ball. We'll hit compare players again. And it'll load the different stats. 36 games played, 23 points, 6.4 rebounds, etc. Now let's change the second player. Just click on that text box, delete, and let's do Yuta Watanabe. Hit the compare players again, and you'll see their stats. 59 games played, 5.5 points, 2.4 rebounds, etc. So we'll hit the back button to go back to the home menu. Go back to the home navigation bar and go to compare teams. So similarly to the player comparison, we'll search up a team. Los Angeles Lakers with the autofill and Cleveland Cavaliers. We'll compare the teams. We'll see their name, their conference, what seed they are, and their record. Now, let's enter a different team name. LA Clippers. Let's do Charlotte Hornets. Hit the compare teams again. And as you see, it's updated from the database. LA Clippers, their conference, what seed they are, and their record. Charlotte Hornets, Eastern Conference at the 14th seed, and their record. And we'll head back. And now I'll pass it to Gonzalo.
Hi, my name is Gonzalo, and I will be showcasing our chat room and our standings page. So let's say the user wants to get in contact with other people and just talk about anything that they want that has to do with the NBA. So let's head over to the chat room. Let's say just want to ask a question. How do you guys think the Trailblazers I'm sorry. Blazers will do next season? Okay. Let's send this message. There we go. I guess we can wait a little bit and see if anybody responds. In the meantime, let's go over to the standings page. So let's say I want to see how the standings are looking. So let's head over to the standings page. Here we can see the standings in the Eastern Conference, their ranks and their win and losses on the season. And we can also see the rankings or the standings for the Western Conference. Here we can see their win and losses and the rankings. All right. So let's go back to the chat room and see if anybody responded to our message. Okay, opening up the chat room. There we go. Someone says, I think they need to do well in the draft to be good next season. It's a good take. Okay, so that's our app. Thank you for your time, for listening to our about our app, and I'll be logging off now. Thank you.